It's Mark Husson's Astrology Hour. Time for you to expect something wonderful.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. It's Mark Husson, and this is Mark Husson's Astrology Hour coming to you live at 8 a.m. Pacific, 9 on the Mountain Coast, and 11 a.m. on the East Coast. How are you? It's so good to be here. What a long, you know what? I had a t-shirt that said, what a year this week has been. And it definitely felt like that to me. It feels like 100 years since we talked. It's so good to have you here. If you haven't been to the stream before, you can run over to my YouTube page, which is at MH Astrology. So you just go to youtube.com and search for MH Astrology. You should find it, or you can put the whole address in there. And then click live at the top if you find me, and you'll come into the room and you'll see a bunch of sweet people who I'm going to say hi to now. So I'm going to be looking down, because that's where it's on this little monitor down here. I love to show you all this stuff, but this is not a monitor that I'll be looking at to say hi to you. I have my glasses. I have everything ready. Hopefully you can hear. But Shelly's in the house. Hi, Shelly. Christine Dumaurier is here. Christine, get your link ready, because I've been telling everyone about it. I put it in my shorts as well, but make sure that Christine has her new numerology things out, the personal month based on your personal year. It's really not hard at all. Your month plus your day of birth, you add them together, reduce it to a single digit, and that's the year you're in. And then just go listen to what she's saying. And that's because 2025 adds up to a 9, and anything plus 9 is the number itself. So that's why we don't add the current year in, but that's the secret behind it. So go check her out. Christine, if you can get your link in there, that'd be great. Diane Schneider, thank you for being here. Lenny, thank you. I don't know what planet I'd be on if I didn't often see your little hearts. Erica Longden, thanks so much. What a beautiful show you had. I found a new astrologer. Not for me new. John always keeps me in the go and in the know. And we're going to talk about her write-ups, and I'm going to actually have you guys support her because I think you'll like her. And if as opposed, I got a lot to tell you. Let's move on. But yes, thank you, Erica. I'm excited too about this change. Thank you, Lenny. I know the yard is really coming along really nicely, and it's going to say goodbye. It'll be all white very soon, and it'll be white until spring. It never goes away. Jennifer, thank you for coming over. You and Erica from across the pond. It's so nice having you. Hi, Renee. Thanks for being here. Truly. Thank you. I know I so appreciate that. Thanks for being here with me. Arlene, thanks for coming. Thank you. The yard looks so good from this perspective. I mean, it is a beautiful, beautiful place. I mean, I don't have to do anything to it. And if you saw it up close, you'd probably say, why are you not taking care of that? But whatever. Mars and Pisces. Laura, thanks for coming. Hi, Ann. Hi, Suzanne. Thanks for coming. You're welcome, Ann. We got to talk about the member thing. Hi, Terry Campbell. Thanks for coming. And Carolyn Ferris is here. Donna Weaver. You're listening with coffee and rain in Seattle. Oh, my gosh. I know I love autumn. So can I just have a moment about the membership thing? I am so into this. And I'm really spending a lot of spare time talking to the members and connecting and having private moments with them. And then YouTube sends me a note that says, hey, you can't do this until you show proof that you have a company named MH Astrology. And I'm like, I don't. So, you can't call YouTube. You can't call Google. That's the owner. It's kind of like you feel like the 14-year-olds are coming out to get you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm no offense to 14-year-olds. Actually, you're probably sweeter than these people. But point is, I write, I do the research, and they said, well, if you want to change your status as an organization on YouTube, you change it. You just do this. You cancel your old account and you put yourself back up as an individual. I don't know why it's listed as an organization. Honestly, I don't. It's a little confusing when you set these things up, because I think they're calling MH Astrology my company name. So I change it. I go, okay, cancel this one. Literally, it says cancel this one and put this and apply for the individual one. In the middle of canceling it, they go, bam, all these warnings. You can't have members. You have no account now. Okay. And so you all are all getting refunds. And then I guess, I don't know what happens now. I don't know. 30 days, I guess you wait. It might be 30 days. But this is good. This is good. Because for me, slow this stuff down a little bit, will ya? Let's slow it down. I will definitely, by the time we get reinstated and can have members, and all the members do, you guys, they basically, it's like $2.99 a month. And I work to be connected to them. I get discounts on reports, and I keep finding things, and I have a big surprise for you all when we do reinstate it. That'll be really fun. But will you bear with me, please? I'm sorry, there is no membership right now. And if you did buy a membership, you will get a refund. Google it makes no bones about that. And in the meantime, we have fun. We do what we do. I do the shorts. I don't have to worry. Not that I was worried. I was actually, membership was something I was thrilled to be a part of and excited to have you guys be members. And then they do that. It's like, you think somebody could reach out and say, hey, let me help? You can't. I swear to you, you can't call them. You can't email them. You press a button and it just says, you can't do anything for 32 days. It's like, okay, I surrender. And so just know and probably the people, every single YouTuber, every content creator has dealt with a similar thing. There are people I follow that are like banned for 2 weeks because they said something wrong. It is what it is. Let's just be grateful we can still do this. I am. And if we couldn't do this, I'd find a way to tell you where I'm moving to do it again. So don't worry. We got all this. The membership was a nice little perk, but something has bigger plans, right? We're going to get into that. But thank you for your patience, and thank you for understanding, and thank you for everything. All right. And I will follow up if you all stay connected. 12house.com, 12house.com. There's a mailing list there. Please get on it. That's the only way I'll have to get you if they ever do block me. Just get on it. I'm not abusing it. I'm not selling it. All I do is send a postcard or two a couple of days a week. That's it. All right. And so... and you can unsubscribe and protest. I got a lot of complaints last week about the show. I did. People want me to be politically engaged, and I refuse. I'm engaged. It's none of your business. It's none of our business. It's too hot. I'm not going to do it. We're not here to talk politics. I know you all are all involved. I know everybody's. But I'm here to bring you information about astrology and how it relates to the world. But I'm not here to inject my opinion into it yet. I can't. I don't want to. Why would I do that? It's like, why would I separate that to people? But I can tell you, I have been able to hear 3 sides to every story. And it's been the best thing that ever happened in my entire life to not be afraid of hearing what somebody else has to say. It has opened my world. It has opened my heart. I am not angry anymore like I used to be. I don't know. Maybe I had a stroke. I don't know. God forbid. But it feels better to understand things from more of a God-connected place, not religious, but like, okay, I remember Ken Wapnick from the course, somebody asked him what he thought about the Scientologists taking over so many people's minds and lives, and the way they were abusing people who would turn on them. I remember. And you know what he said? Last time I checked, they were also children of God. Wow. You got to bring it down somewhere, right? So I get letters, I get posts, people angry, people, I should take a stand. My way of directing you is dangerous, literally. And I don't want to hear it. I mean, I'll hear it, but it's like, okay, so you're projecting, you want me angry, you want to kill me because I'm not killing, or suggesting the same thing for somebody else. And yet I'm the angry one, or I'm the dangerous one. Okay, whatever. So projection is powerful. We talk a lot about it. And that's why I think it's important to talk about the social change and the changes that are going on. And I met this woman, or John, no, I didn't meet her. John sent me an article on this woman that it was kind of like amazing. And I have her address here. So I'm going to put it on the screen because I think I have that ready to do too. I tried to be a little prepared for y'all. Each week I learned something different. Her name is Georgia and it's Star Cycles. She has a last name, trust me. And you guys, she's a Pisces, I believe. She's delightful and brilliant and smart. And unlike Frederick Woodruff, who is a little too much Leo for me and a little too, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to rat on him, but I am a little because, oh, here, I'll keep that up. He, I mean, we were born hours apart and he had no interest in that. He had no interest in that. And he has a big interest in promoting astrological victimhood. And it's like, okay, fine, do your thing. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. We change, right? And like I told you, maybe it's a stroke. But I'm like, let's find smart people who sort of titillate our brains, who try to keep themselves like objectively at least above the fray a little bit so we can get some truth. I hope people of all political affiliations listen to the show. And I hope that we find tolerance as our main thing. I mean, wasn't the whole point of astrology that if we learn astrology, we can understand somebody a little better? And yet these cycles are so brilliant that you can see the divisions in the world happen. You can see what happened. Let's talk. I got so much to do. I should check on you first. Keep my flow going. Liz, thanks for being here. You're such a sweetheart. You really are. Hi, Gypsy. Thanks, Elizabeth. Quelly's in the house. Hi, Quelly. I saw a gorgeous picture of your parents. What beautiful people. I can see why you're such a beautiful person inside. I don't see your picture. I'm talking about your insides. I'm not here to do that, I feel like I have to be so careful, but I don't really feel like should have to be with you guys, that you really get what I'm doing. But I appreciate it. So thanks for your love and support. But I'm trying to be as conscious as possible so that we do erase any possibility of things being misheard. Yeah, you can't join anymore, Gypsy. You can't join anymore. Thank you. We'll get it straightened out. Thank you. I do got this, Shelley. I do. And Christine, for the numerology monthlies, I did link to that. They are fun, you guys. You got to check it out. I agree. I never talk politics. I'll talk AMC, though. Yeah, right on, man. What's the point? Too many people with too many opinions. Georgia, my favorite. Wonderful seminars. Oh, Terry. Thank you. Terry knows Georgia. Okay, good. Okay, Terry. So that's her. You guys, please go. And if she tells you who sent her, put a smile on your face. Spell my name right. Okay, so look, let's take a look at the chart. I want to do this with you. I have so much. I could just go off with you guys. I could just so off. Thank you, Denise. She's so sweet. She ordered a report from us. We do send them out. Now, that's one thing. The members had a perk. I'm not taking that perk away, members. So if you were a member and you got that password, go on and use it. I'm adding to that thing. So we have 30 days. I think we'll get the membership thing figured out. I really loved that. I felt intimate with you guys. I felt it was a sweet way to connect in the mornings. I'd take a walk and I'd want to talk and I could talk to my members. And Google said, they're gone. Just because I thought I was following instructions. It's a little daunting. That's why I'm slowing it down a little bit. I'm glad. Like, take it away while it's early. We'll get you back. We'll do it again. I promise. They're going to stay in touch. They like the idea of you guys being members too. They're just way. They missed the boat on caring about how to do this. Like, no phones, you can't call. Really? Can we not get some support? Y'all, $1 trillion company, you can't pay for some people to help us, the people who this is new to or whatever, guide us through? No, it's all done. No. It's always been geekdom, though. They've always been like that. Whatever. Why are we expecting it? What's the sign of insanity? You keep expecting something different, a different outcome, doing the same thing. Okay, now let me see. Okay, this, you guys, is the chart, but I'm going to try to, yeah, we'll do this for a minute. Let me just do this. Hold on. Sorry for the changing screens, but I had Sebastian, my friend. Sebastian is a 22-year-old cancer child, sweet, sweet cancer child. I met on the internet, hiring him to do this for me. If you ever need that kind of help, please let me know. He's such an adorable, sweet help. I can't put words enough how mature, responsible, and dear he is to help us. If you're trying to do something on the internet, like do something social, you need some help, let me know, and I'll get you hooked up with Sebastian. Okay, you guys, these are the transits. Now, okay, hold on one second, because these are not. We're not seeing the same thing. So let me redo this, there it is. That's what we're seeing. See, I took the planets out because I wanted to start talking about them, and I want your eye to focus in a good way when we're talking about these. Okay, so this is the sun, and it's in Libra, which means that we are in autumn now, right? You all know that. And then there's the moon. I mean, I'm trying to find the little thing that helps me add these planets in. So give me a second here. There we are. All right. So we have the sun and moon. The moon is in Capricorn. It just went into Capricorn. So we're starting to feel a little bit, I can't move my mouse around when I magnify it. So there is Capricorn, the moon. Let's talk for a minute about some of the cardinal energy and what that means. And then we're going to move into the social change that Erica was mentioning and what we talked about. Okay. So I'm going to let's do this so I can have the chart above me, I think. Sorry for all the changing screens. I'll fix all that too. Also, we did have Sebastian fix the thing where your name was coming up in a giant format when you subscribed, and now we can't do it. So we'll have fun with that someday again. But he took that out for us so you all wouldn't be embarrassed, or I wouldn't be embarrassed. Okay, so we're in a Libra cycle, and let's talk a little bit about that real quickly. I always go over the myths with you. In the myth of Libra, it was Paris was given this daunting task to assign a golden apple to one of the most beautiful goddesses of three, and Hera, Athena, one other one. It doesn't really matter. Maybe Astrea, maybe Persephone, one of them. Okay, and Aphrodite, Hera, Athena, Aphrodite. Well, they each made a promise to him that they would give him a gift. Hera promised him he would never lose another battle. And Athena promised him that he would always succeed in business and commerce. And Aphrodite promised him love. Well, Libras, as you know, have been notorious for having trouble choosing. And this is an example of why. Because when you're faced with a choice like this, it's not the choice that you're so worried about, because you're pretty clear what the choice is. What you're worried about is the consequence of your choice. And this is the heart and soul of why Libras, or wherever you have Libra in your chart, have a hard time getting to the point where they know what to choose. And if you give a Libra, have you ever been to eat with a Libra? Like, John never chooses. If he's choosing for both of us, it's forget it. Like, if we're doing takeout, if he ordered DoorDash, right? And he's like, not until he'll get something, but he'll wait for to know what exactly I want, kind of thing, because he doesn't want to make that decision, the choice. Very sweet characteristic, but it's also can be annoying if you need Libra to make a choice. But it comes from not that they can't make a choice. It's that they have been notoriously, karmically, energetically made wrong for the choices that they make, and they're usually right. Okay? Libras make the right choice. And if you've ever known a Libra in a business sense, or if you've ever been objective, you can tell a Libra. I can imagine telling Erica, you and me, girl, which one do you think is the better, blah, blah, blah. And I think Erica would say so. If she didn't think repercussions were going to matter, I think she could objectively say, or in an argument, having a Libra there in an argument, and a Libra objectively, I'm thinking, Louise, John, Erica, y'all are going to take my side. So, and then they don't. Not because they're supposed to take my side, not because they should take my side. It's because that part of them can't take my side if it's wrong. Okay? It's objectivity like crazy. There's a reason that Libras are the only inanimate object of the zodiac. There's a reason the thing isn't sentient. It's a set of scales, okay? And they are that objective. I mean, and the kind of scales we're talking mythically were like weighing atoms. Like it was that, like always keeping in balance. And if you ever get that tarot card, Justice, it is that same thing where it requires nuance. And most of us miss the boat on it. I have Libra in the 12th. Fair? Huh, what? But Libras, they matters to them, typically. And there's another thing they end up creating, and the thing about choice is a certain kind of triangulation relationally. Like Libras always have a couple people they're working with here. Sounds so silly. And also, Libras are the ones. Traditionally, John and I would look at a chart, and it would seem to identify a certain kind of flexibility sexually. So there's a lot here to unpack. But during this cycle, you got to remember, this is cardinal energy. Erica said, well, I might take your side publicly, because we like to be nice. And then tell you privately why I had doubts. That's right. That is right. That is a good point. You see, that's the other thing. Libras they don't like to rustle things up. They don't like to rough that stuff up here. But behind the scenes, and that's why I'm telling you, this is not Erica for me. The meanest person I ever knew, my aunt, was a Libra. And I'm talking icy cold mean. And charming, everybody loved her. What the hell? How can you be both? Libras figured it out. There's a part that's like when they're like, boom, no, this is the only way it can be. They have a way of just this is, what are you going to do? The scales have been tilted. And that's why I told you some of the fun I have with John. When I need John to agree with me or any Libra friend to agree with me, I know I have to take the other side. I have to be like, oh, it's no big deal. I don't really care. I don't even know if I like that one. And I can see it. Like, why wouldn't you like that one? What's wrong with it? And it took me several years to master this technique. But I got it. I did it with Louise Hay a couple times. I did it. It was so fun. And it's like, because you can see she's all in to the other side. And so if I can just get myself to take the other side first, she'll be over here where I really want her to be. And it's so much fun, you guys. I wish I could do a whole segment. I think I should do a whole segment on how to manipulate with the zodiac. I think that would be really hot, and I think that would be an internet fire. One thing at a time. But so now, what does this have to do with anything? What it has to do with is that's where we are in this cycle of time right now. We seek objectivity. We're seeking it. The Libras already got it. Okay, they're having their birthdays coming up. Let me see. What is the date today? Yeah, Erica, we'll be able to say happy birthday to you too. I love it. Her and John are very close in dates. And so when you meet, like, and that is so funny. That's what I was saying about Frederick Woodruff when, we were hours apart in birth, same year, everything, both astrologers, both like the same people. I mean, he really likes Jessica Murray, who he has on his show a lot. I had her, she's written for the Power Peak 15, 20 years ago. I found her. So our paths were like this, and I thought that would be so fun to explore, but he didn't want anything to do with that. And in fact, the more I got to know what he was doing, the more I knew that part of myself that would be like, oh yeah. And I finally just wrote and said, look, let's let our connection be organic. Okay. And if we end up going this way, great. And if we don't go this way, but I get it. Let's not do anything. And so we didn't. And that's all good. But that's the thing about this cycle, so that brings me back to Libra and I was talking about Erica and John being born on a day after each other. Having similar components within the chart is so fabulous because you kind of do see the familiarity. Okay. And so this setup right here, like this setup right here, is a cardinal moon. Here, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me get you back up. A cardinal moon in Capricorn. And so the moon is saying basically, we have to be stoic and let's just go for the raw truth and let's not care so much about, propriety and charm and all that. And Libra's like, well, you don't want to rustle too many feathers, right? Let's keep it all nice. Now, here I'm going to introduce some things in there. So let me finish this thought. Wherever is going on in your life right now, like Google did that to me, like YouTube took my memberships away, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that seems unfair. Aha. See the key word? And they're not being mean about it. There's no contesting it. Members will all get their money back. There's no question, blah, blah, blah. But it was like, it was kind of hardcore, right? Icy. So I got to deal a little bit with that Libra moment. Did you all have a Libra moment? Have you had a Libra moment? Interesting to find out. So now here's what I want to talk to you about. This social thing here. Look at this thing here. This is Uranus. It's going retrograde because it's red. This is Uranus. It's red means it's going backwards, and it's 1 degree here. It's going to go backwards into the sign of Taurus, and that's where our founding fathers, the Declaration of Independence, etc. Uranus was in Taurus at the time. This is that transition. This is the social change that created a country. This is so in the zeitgeist right now that it's absolutely phenomenal to be a part of this, and watch it during this time. Now, I just put Pluto on the screen as well. We've got to really emphasize some of this. And I'm telling you, Georgia talks about this in beautiful detail. It's so nice to have an intelligent astrologer around, And I say that as somebody who doesn't consider himself an intelligent astrologer, but who appreciates the intelligence that's out there, people who take it seriously, people who bring us a nice construct of information, and they do it in a way that is kind of like breathtaking, like this is good. Now, one of the things that she talked about, Georgia, was the history. This is a little quote. She said, throughout history, the planet Uranus's transition from Taurus to Gemini has often coincided with the rise of different underground networks, covert systems that emerge in response to upheaval, scarcity, restriction. Uranus, the planet of sudden change and rebellion, has been skewing Taurus's association with extreme resources, stability, and commerce that have either grown exponentially or completely been depleted over the last 7 years, thus creating fertile ground for alternative systems to form when the mainstream structures are disrupted. In other words, okay, so we spent a bunch of time in the past 7 years. Okay, we were all about the election and all about, transgender issues were really big. The wars have been really big. The Ukraine invasion, like land and territory and physical bodies and gender and identity. Okay, and up till now, and then there was the big TikTok thing. Think about TikTok and its information and communication, and the thing about like it's being exploited by China. Like China owns TikTok, basically. And that means that, like, I have several people who've been banned on TikTok for doing things that were so socially correct that TikTok, like, I don't even want to get into it, but TikTok bans you. Like if without warning, and permanent bans. And if you think about it from the point of view of its Chinese owned and operated, China owned and operated, then it can be slanted in a way that sort of like might fit a narrative. That's one thought. But now we have things like Discord, and Georgia talks about that. Other forms of communication where people can have different avenues to speak that aren't monitored, that are like that you can have your own private group. And it's unique and it's unusual. And you have different, like you can have a company and you can have a Discord area that is for questions and answers. And you can have a Discord area for tips and tricks. And you can have a Discord area for the public speaking. New types of communication emerging that are definitely changing how we act. And you may not know about them yet. You may have not seen them yet. But there's like, I'm sure some of you know WhatsApp. If you travel overseas, think about you used to pay for long distance. You remember that? Those of us who used to have a dial phone, we used to pay for long distance, right? It was like $1 a minute to call London. I remember like how outrageous it was. You have to do it really fast. And it's nothing now, right? Even now that Skype is gone, which was like the dumbest thing Microsoft could have ever done, was got rid of Skype. But really, immediately it was the rise of Discord. So we're seeing these changes in the zeitgeist. We're seeing the other avenues of understanding and change. And get this, the two-side thing. Uranus is in Gemini now. We are definitely now able to hear, maybe you haven't been, but when Uranus was in Taurus, it didn't seem like there was an avenue to understand what somebody was talking about who didn't hold your ideology. I mean, it got to the point now where if you even showed a little confusion about an issue, in other words, if you weren't sold 100% on the issue, you showed confusion, you're an enemy of the issue. It was getting insane. That's Taurian dictatorialism. And now Gemini is here. Uranus is in Gemini, which is a higher octave of Mercury. And I'm going to bring that on the screen. So keep your eye on the screen. Bam! Mercury is in Libra. And Uranus in Gemini, another air sign, it's a higher octave of Mercury, which means it just takes the simple you and me talking to the talking of understanding of a group, to understanding of a situation, to understanding of the change. Now, Uranus is moving backwards. It's going back to finish its job in Taurus to make sure those structures are finally destroyed that were stuck, or that finally transformed if they're coming to the modern age. But this new way, this new thing with a life of algorithms, of artificial intelligence, but a life also of being able to hear what somebody else is saying, this leads to true change. There was just an assassination of a very controversial voice, but it led to this kind of dialogue that we get to talk about. And we get to have, and we get to see, and it discourse. And that's the thing that's changing in a way that has never been here before, when we get to have the gift of Pluto, the gift of Uranus. Look at that, 1 degree of air, 1 degree of air. The sun just made it a grand trine. You air signs should be having a good time understanding with information. Really good time. And I also think that's why I see YouTube in such a way as mean, and in the way I see YouTube is like the cold air trine that's sort of taking my emotional understanding of things away. Like, I don't understand. It said to change your organizational type because it had me as a company, and I'm not a company on YouTube. I'm just me, right? It's not my Astrology company. It's this company, me as a person. And so in order to change it, delete your old account. You can only have one AdSense account because that's where everything happens. Deleted it, and y'all went away. Who do I call? They had an understanding, and they're like icy cold about it. They're Libra about it, right? Libras are warm, I know. But icy cold when Libra makes that decision, the scales, everyone's going to get a refund. There's no question. And that's okay. That's good. That's really good. I don't see any of that money anyway. That was the whole controversy. So everybody, they're taking care of it, but in that way that Libra makes a decision. Like boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, almost like, good, because that's how I learn. Okay, now next time I have my eyes open a little bigger, I can see a little better. There's nobody to guide you. That's the sad thing. And people like me, boy, that's what I call Sebastian. Sebastian, I need your guidance. Or Serena. Serena's a young age. She got Discord like that. She understood it just like that. And in fact, a lot of the shows are broadcast through the Discord servers. It's crazy. Discord replaces your phone. You can literally press a button on your phone and have you on the other end, have a group on the other end, have a video on the other end, and crystal clear. And it's not costing anything. It's insane. It's crazy. Let me see how y'all are doing. Hi, Lori. My dad was a Libra with a Scorpio rising. My mom could get my dad to do things, allowing him to think. Yeah. It's crazy to watch. That's so funny. I was banned on TikTok once for my tainted sense of humor. I was so proud. Karen, Virgos. That cracks me up. I can see it too. You have a way of wearing it as a badge of honor. I get crushed. I mean, there's a part of me that's like, okay, I don't know where to begin to dig out of this. And I get overwhelmed. Can I just call somebody? And then it's like I start settling down and I realize, you know what? This is actually good. Let it sort itself out. Just relax. As long as I have a way to tell you guys what's going on, I feel better. But not being able to, like when they ban you, it's like you're banned, like 2-week ban, boom. You can't talk to anybody. You can't let people know. I've watched some of the people I follow. They have a little note squeezed in their description that says, I was banned for 2 weeks. You guys, I'll be back. It seems a little cruel. Like, can we have 1 minute just to let everybody know what happened? No, boom. It's like, okay. Or can I call somebody this is a misunderstanding? No, boom. 32 days, whatever. Okay, so 32 days is what they said I have to wait before I do any changes to my account. But at the same time, they said it's in review. It might take 2 or 3. I don't know what they mean, so we'll find out. But anyway, I'm so grateful that I get a chance to tell you. But like I said, please get on the mailing list, 12house.com. And so that if we ever do get disconnected, I have a way to say, hey, you guys, this is what's going on. Because what will inevitably happen is somebody will say, wait, what happened to my membership? Because they're not tuned in and I have no way to tell you. Okay, thank you. All right, I'm a Libra who remembers 30 years ago, I felt compelled to tell a relative the opposite point of view. I don't even know the end of the story and it cracks me up. On an issue, I now know I should have kept quiet. It's so true. You took it off, Anna? Okay, that's okay. Let me see, anything else? Oh, she loved the bread. Liz was so fun. I know I cooked for you guys. I was going to show you how to make coffee, how I make... We'll do it. We really will. I get a chance to clean everything a little too before I start video. But in the morning when we get home from the walks, I was thinking, what could I share with my members? Because it was becoming like that feeling for me, a cancer, like it was a cancer heaven. And then like YouTube goes, cut, pum. And it's like, okay, it's cute. It's okay. I feel better now that I get to tell you guys about it. Now, this is a quiet week. We're heading toward a full moon. I can't believe this time. God, could we just sit around and talk? That's what we were going to do, by the way. I already set Sebastian up to have Discord on video so that me and guest could have a member moment. We're going to do that. Now I get a chance to practice, get it right. I'm going to invite everybody and we'll just have talks, right? And I can't wait. It'll be fun. But like I said, give it 30 days. We can handle it, right? We can handle it. We have nothing changes. I'm still going to do my shorts and everything. Hey, Hippie Kitchen Witch, Audra, good to have you here. All right, you guys. So let's talk a little bit about what's up and coming. I'm going to get the screen over there. Boy, it feels so good to be connected to you. Thank you. Thank you for who you are. And thanks for taking the time to come out. I know it's an odd astrology show, but that's why I get you people who are dedicated to like bringing intelligence to it. And I'll put, let me see, I'll put Georgia's address back up there again so that you know this is, and remember, let her know why you're subscribing, because I mean, it could be weird. People like to know. I love to know, like, who sent you? Somebody actually sent you? Nobody's, very few astrologers are going to send them over to me, I think. I mean, that's a judgment, but I do think I'm not like your typical, but I might be, whatever. It might be actually too typical. Doesn't matter. Not my point. Let's take a look at the chart together and see where we are. I'm going to add these little points to it as we go. So we'll go one at a time, and this will help us figure it out. Joanne said, hate tech control cutoffs. I know. It's like a Libra cutoff. I was born between two Libras. It feels cold and frustrating sense of no power. It is. And it's such a good, thank you, Joanne, for saying that. I think the thing is, it becomes, when they first banned me for a video, they thought I was selling drugs to kids or something. I don't know. I had an Olipop, the little natural drink, and I was gambling. I was showing my little slot machine, and I was saying, these Olipops are so good. I got banned. They said, looks like you're selling illicit things. You can't even mention it for kids. And then I said, I can't talk, right? We can't ask questions. So I hit appeal. That's all you get. And they said, oh, we were wrong. Sorry. We were overzealous. But it's terrifying because they cut you off until they decide. And so if you're going to work on that on that system, on that platform, you kind of have to accept it. That's how it'll go. That's why I'm begging you guys, get on 12house.com, get on that mailing list. It's easy. You think a lot of people unsubscribe because they're like, they don't want the power peak, or they're tired of seeing my little postcard, whatever the reason would be, or I don't like his views on things. That's how this all came up. A couple people unsubscribed because I wouldn't condemn stuff that was happening politically. I'm not going to do that. I'm here to talk about it. Let's look at the overview of it. It used to be me. It isn't me anymore. So if that's what you want, don't come here. I mean, go to your favorite political affiliation and sign up. But not me. Thank you, Christine Dumaurier. That's Georgia's star cycle. She put Georgia's link above. Thank you for doing that. That's sweet. Hi, Patty. Christine, put your numerology up there too, because Christine did one for every number of the month. And I love when my staff does that, because I don't know, they care about you all, and we need to do that. That's why I'm like more and more and more. And I think Kat's on vacation. Let's send her love and healing, because that was the hardest thing she's ever done, is take a vacation. So Kat, if you're listening, good for you. I mean, she really had a tough time letting go and feeling like, doesn't even know what it's like to let the rejuvenation come in after a break. Okay, back to the chart. Quit distracting me. Damn. Okay. This is life with ADHD, I think, but whatever. Okay, let's throw Venus in the mix. Look at where Venus is. Can you see it blinking? I love doing this with y'all. It's in Virgo. Okay. Now, Venus in Virgo, and we're sending people over to a Pisces. I think there's something to that, to Georgia. So gives Georgia some love. And also, yes, we do love you, Kat. Oh, that's so sweet. Because you're God's favorite sign. Yay, Liz! Y'all making me feel so much better. Oh, my God. I kind of was a little depressed yesterday about it all. I was telling John, if you just had someone to talk to about it, it'd be okay. But I don't know what's going on. They told me to delete the account so I could make the new one. He looks at me like, you deleted it, you idiot. I'm like, I know, but look at these instructions, John. And he agreed. Like, well, okay, that's true. And so I deleted the account so I could create the individual account. And then they go, everyone's gone. You lost everybody. You deleted your account. And I'm like, thank you, Lenny. You're so sweet. Okay. Virgo. Anything Virgo. Wherever Virgo is in your chart, this little baby's lighting it up. Okay? It's right behind the Libra. So we're getting the light up. Cat just sent me hearts. Oh, little kid. I miss her too when she's gone. But, I'm so happy she takes care of herself. I really am. And this is hard for her. Trust me, you guys. This is hard for that girl. Okay. Oh, I'm really touched. Okay. Look where Mars is. Now we're going to Mars. Look at that. Mars in Scorpio. Now, okay, it just left Libra. And I'm almost like, thank God. Because Mars... Now at least, listen, when a planet is in a fixed sign, at least we know what the hell we're for or against, right? I mean, now we have some passion going. I think this Mars is going toward my ascendant. So I got I think this is the YouTube thing coming at me. And whatever happens, we're going to recreate it. So that's what I'm saying. Please get on the mailing list. But if they kick me off or something weird happens or I can't do the memberships or whatever, we'll find a way to play. I promise. But you guys don't go anywhere. I need you. I don't know what I would do if I lost my direction. Okay, so Mars, if you're a Scorpio with early degree Mars, this is where Ernest Hemingway shot himself. But this is also where Martin Luther King gave his I Have a Dream speech. So this is inspiration to the maximum velocity if you're having a Mars return, if Mars is on your rising, if Mars is on your sun, if Mars is on your moon. You just have to deal with some of the anger. If you're angry, then you're not getting it right. I mean that. Like you're either like projecting something, you're not expressing yourself right, you've got this loop in your head that somehow you're the victim of something. Shift it. Y'all are too smart for this. Shift it. That's why I'm telling you, Google laid the hammer on me. I didn't want to go for vengeance. I was like, I'm sad. I miss you guys. This was fun. But you know what? I would suspect that in the billions of people that they're dealing with, they're probably being very responsible to the majority of the people doing this stuff who might be trying to rip them off. So good for them, right? We'll get there. Lindy has Mars and Scorpio in her chart. Liz said, I will always have fond memories of the bread. Oh, y'all make me sad, Liz. Stop it. We're going to do it again. We're going to recreate it, though, in a better way, even from the batter up. Lenny, born with Mars and Scorpio. Okay, yeah. So you're having your Mars return, Lenny. Let's see where that comes for you. That's like a new cycle. It's a big one, too. I was going to comment on Mars and Scorpio, but I would probably get banned. I tell you, Virgo humor, you guys. Virgos have the driest, most amazing sense of humor. It just fits me perfect. So I always laugh at Virgos. They are so, it's dry as bone dry. It's like John's friend used to write for Phyllis Diller, this lovely lady that he knew, an older woman at the hospital. And the famous story is she went to a stop sign and did a rolling stop through it because it's like after her hospital hours, and she got stopped. And the cop goes, did you not see the stop sign? She said, oh, I saw the stop sign. It was you I didn't see. And I just still love that story to this day. Okay, where's Jupiter? Look, blinking in God's favorite sign. You know, that's my Mercury. And I have had so much trouble expressing myself. No, I'm teasing. 22 Cancer. And notice that these things are like off far apart. The only thing really connecting here is Pluto and Uranus. Look at that 1 degree thing. But here's the Jupiter 22 Cancer, meaning family means something. I think that's why the membership thing was so important to me and why I think I'll get it back. We just got to change. It'll take a minute. But that's why it was important to me, because it's like I had a place where people wanted more time, and I'm giving it to you. Mars and Scorpio in the 7th house. Okay, Audrey, you have Mars and Scorpio in the 7th. Don't be sad. It will be better than before. Sending lots of love. That's so sweet. God bless you guys. Don't make me sad. Make me heart open. Make me heart open. Hippie Kitchen Witch, Mars and Scorpio in the 7th. So, your relationships are where you learn a lot, and I bet they're not always quiet. I love that. That's a Libra way to say, well, I guess euphemism is a good word to know when you're in the Libra territory, huh? Okay, check this out. Saturn in Pisces, 27. Those of you with Saturn returns, born with Saturn in Pisces, you're having it. This is good for boundary learning. This is good to say, where do I begin? Where do you end? And look at this trine with Pluto and Jupiter. I mean, look at this. Jupiter. I love being able to do this with y'all, blinking the charts. See that? Saturn and Jupiter, they're in 22 and 27, both in water signs. Mars is going to be part of that grand trine, you guys. You don't think some good stuff is going to happen? We got to prepare for that. Okay, let's bring Neptune in. What's Neptune doing? It's close to Saturn and going retrograde. So Saturn's already pulled away from Neptune, but look at that 0 point. And there's that 1 point of Uranus. There's that 1 point of Pluto. These three little players are the reason why we haven't gone into whole chaos mode. Those guys are connecting. They're keeping us connected in a really big way. So that's why universally, globally, there's change, but it's starting to make sense. Are you all starting to think it makes sense? It's starting to make sense. Like there's objectively crappy things happening, and it's starting to make sense. Like, okay, wait a minute. I'm not the only one who thinks that. There's people who can make a difference that are thinking that. I'm going to come back to me now, squint a little bit because my face is going to be on the screen. Okay. Okay. See, fair warning. It's always nice. There's things happening, and I'm looking up like, okay, what does that mean? And who's upset about that? And what does it ultimately mean? Well, if you hear from everybody, you hear the objectivity, you can find it. You can find like what's really happening. And what are the implications of this? And are you upset by this? Is this an objectively bad thing? Are you upset by it? Oh, okay, you are, but you're not worried because why? And then are you upset? Oh, you really upset about it? And why? And okay, what do you? And you come together, and you start listening. Listen. So I'm hearing everything that I can hear. Nothing is falling apart. It's scary. Some of the things are bad. Some of the things are yeah, but the guardrails have not gone away. You're hearing that from me. And if you think they have, then you're okay. You got your opinion. That's fine. Okay. But the guardrails are not gone. My opinion. We're in good shape. My opinion. We're in good shape. You ain't feeling it? Maybe listen to some of the people I'm listening to. Go open up a little bit. Let's get another opinion. Gloria, like let's see, Georgia, I'm sorry, I said Gloria. Get other opinions of what's going on. If you hear too much gloom and doom, you guys, I'm not here to not do the gloom and doom, but if there was gloom and doom, I'd be here to tell you, I got to prepare for it myself. I'm not seeing it. Now, let's see what Georgia has to say. See, I told you, I think Frederick is gloom and doom a little bit. And I think it's important if it's his narrative. He has a belief. He has a belief that has to be filtered through. We all do that. That's what I was talking last week about. We all have a basic foundation. Last week, the woman who came at me had a belief. It was like, this way, my way is dangerous. Her way is correct. And she sounded like she's about to blow up the world. And she's telling me I'm dangerous. My way is dangerous. It's all projection. Like, bring it home. I think we're going to be okay. Can y'all back me up on that? Do some research. Bring me evidence that we're not. Nothing's blown up yet. And we have some beautiful alignment with the outer planets. Social change, social awareness. We got to get some balance back in here. It was getting a little crazy in my world, in my opinion. Looking out, it was getting crazy. And now I'm feeling like it's making a little more sense. Let's see if you can get there. All right, last questions, comments? Saturn at 29 Pisces. Audrey, you got a Saturn return. Okay, lovely, because that means that puts up the boundaries where they need to be. We have a full moon coming Sunday, you guys. I apologize. I think it's Monday. Let me tell you. It's Monday. We get to have a full moon show together. Okay, full moon Monday night next week, so we get to talk before that. Erica's birthday. Did I out you, Erica? Erica's birthday. Sorry. You crack me up so much, Mark. Laughing with you on my walk. Thank you. Maybe Mars, Sun, and Neptune and Scorpio in the fourth. Mars, Sun, and Neptune and Scorpio in your fourth. Woo! Yeah, I love that. Christine, thank you. You guys, okay, I got to let go. I don't want to go, though. Could we just go have breakfast now? Like, we had our brunch. Let's go have breakfast. We're going to do that again soon. Thank you for being a member. Don't give up on the membership thing. I'll keep you posted, but I can only do it through email and maybe in my shorts. I'll talk to you about my shorts, which happen. Not my shorts I'm wearing, my video shorts, which means it's under 3 minutes long and you have to subscribe to get them. So please do that too. I'll put George's thing. Christine put it in the room. I'll put it back up. And then if there's anything else you all need, though it's up there, please let me know. Okay. And I think Kat's on vacation, so it'll be a replay today. And then next week we come back to her beautiful, relaxed self. All right, you guys, this is Mark Husson signing. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I got to get my outro going. There we go. Signing out. Love you guys. Take care now.